It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Now here's Paul. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
Match up. Match up. Match up. Match up.
And here's Indiana. 4-point game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And it's sent back by George. Here's Gortat. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Johnson right side. The rebound by Dennis.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Off target at the rim. The Pacers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. The 10-footer. They get it back. Turner feeds it to Johnson. It's good from about 19 feet.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
The pass to Dennis from outside the arc. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And George with the stuff.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's lights out, defended by George. And Gortat kicks to Reddick. Here's Dennis. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint. And when you can get them, you got to score them.
Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris?
We talked about some of the matchups he'll be watching in this game, and he told me, quote, I'll be looking at how we deal with Marcin Gortat. He's a guy who can score in any number of ways, posting up, pulling up from outside, or rolling to the rim. And he's also a factor on the glass. Guys, Gortat might not be a household name, but he's an impact big.
Once again, Doris. The Clippers in the lead. Out left to the wing. Here's Dennis. No good off the front iron.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Here's Welch. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now here's Reddick. Paul outside, takes a 3. That's good. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Pacers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. There's the pick. Outside, George shoots. Bounces high off the rim and drops. George has got his 2nd bucket.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And the shot is good.
Come on now, let's go.
That's now 8 points for Freak.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And George, here we go. Rebound by the Clippers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Cantor checked in for the Pacers. Williams comes in for George. The Clippers also making some changes. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Green. Mayo comes in for J.J. Redick. And Sessions subbed in for Chris Paul.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the 3-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
The Pacers making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in, and he nails the 3rd. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the team's scoring leaders. In third, the Pacers.
Here they've had offensively. This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Pass to Dennis. He feeds it to Harkless from deep, and that one's good. Harkless has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Gortat with the steal. Here's lights out. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Cantor with a screen on Mayo. Here's Johnson, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Gortat misses. Pacers trail by 3. Cantor with a screen on Sessions. Pass to Johnson. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los... Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Welch, defended by Harkless. Outside Williams. Buries the long-range jumper. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing,
Now a
fellas.
chance, Kevin, to
Spacing.
see how the last month has fared for the Clippers. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in opponent points. And they also show up in the top 5 in free throw shooting. That's elite level marksmanship at the stripe.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Caspi, he's checked in for Tyler Johnson. The dish to Mayo from past the arc, and the Clippers lead by 5.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
So it's the Pacers now. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Welch. Makes good on the step-back jumper. He's got 7.
The quick step back gave him just enough separation to get that one up.
Over to the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Cantor over to help. Here's Gortat. Again, the Clippers.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside Williams. Cantor against Gortat. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marcin Gortat. The Pacers have shot 75% of the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That's good from Cantor. And Cantor drops them both. Los Angeles leading by 3. Now here's Sessions. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 1 second left, and again the Clippers good for 2. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
They've got Caspi. Turner is out there with Paul George. And it's Brady in at the 4 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets got the job done. He ended with 32 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
Here's Welch. That ball's nice feed that time from Jordan. He's got 10.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get...
Ball passes to Dennis. They set the pick. Harkless with the screen for Green. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
won't have to camp out of your GMC dealer to get a great deal. It's Black Friday all month long. Get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on select 2016 CR 1500 double cab vehicles in stock. That's over $8,900 on this 2016 CR.
An Outback Steak and Unlimited Shrimp is back. Just $15.99 for a limited time. Try unlimited garlic herb butter or crispy shrimp for just $15.99. And hurry in for a free $10 bonus card with every $50 gift card at Outback.
Putting off vehicle maintenance. We got you covered. Learn your key health numbers and take control today. Every TV download is starting serious business. We always know we can interact with chatbots. Now, with one touch using the My Signal app, you can find the documentation to save money. Need to be done. Signal together.
Sorry, I'm making me some food.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pacers trail by 6. Kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Caspi. The 10-footer. The rebound by Dennis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pacers shooting a meager 37% for the game. Bazemore dishes to Williams. And Caspi kicks to Cantor. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Here's an opportunity for us now to focus on some small forwards who play anything but small. The leading shot blockers at the free spot. Freak number 1.
And typically you have your centers or power forwards contesting the shots down low, but he can come flying in from the wing to block shots.
That's a specialty of his. We call it the rear view challenge, or coming from the weak side. He catches so many shooters by surprise, coming in to provide defensive help at the right time and denying shots.
Here's lights out. He's got 16. Out to Sessions. Lets it go from deep. But they get it back. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. .104 left in the first half. Here is Caspi, defended by Dennis. No good from Caspi.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but need just enough.
My food's ready. Hold on.
To keep him out of rhythm. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's Cantor after the Clippers pick up 2.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
To the wing on the left. Dennis passes to Green. Clippers moving the ball around. Tries a three. Rebound by Williams. Pacers trail by 5.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Johnson kicks to Cantor. Fades back. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Cantor's got 5 points so far. Sessions. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The Clippers on top. They lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Doc, as we get into the second half, what do you expect to see from this offense you're facing tonight?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
No, I don't think this is a bad job of doing it. Across the board. Not having Blake is killing me.
All right, fellas. Still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half. Well, we've established a clear dominance on the interior at the offensive end. And until they prove they can stop our inside game, we have to continue to pound it into the post. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
Plethora, you're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Gortat is out there with Green, and it's Dennis in at the small forward.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
The Pacers shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. This is to Johnson. And the pass to Brady. The jump hook. Rebounded by Dennis. Lights Out's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Paul kicks to Green. From 20 feet out, and he connects with the jumper. Green's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. And the Pacers with possession here. They've got the Wizards ahead of them for the next game. It's in Washington. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Johnson's shot is off. The Clippers shooting 43% from the floor. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. He gives them a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
It's stolen. Outside, George. Here's Welch. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. Going to be on Freak.
You gotta be kidding. You see him having a quick game. I was just gonna call like that. That's messing up my plus minus.
Gentlemen, 3 shots. 3 shots.
The first one falls.
Kevin, that trip there was a good sign for him. He's been getting to the line often, but has been struggling to convert.
And he's good on the second.
Bull crap, man.
And he makes all 3.
That's more like it. For a free throw shooter of his caliber, it's really out of character to see him struggle like that. Kevin, here we can get a good look at Indiana and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. First in scoring, third in three-point shooting, and they also show up 5 in free throw shooting. That's elite level marksmanship at the stripe.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Move the ball.
Here's lights out. He's got 21. Over in the corner, Paul pulls up on the elbow, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Y'all playing me right now.
Pacers trail by 5.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
And now, let's hear it for your East Bay.
And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting teams. The Clippers in second.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
To the middle. Right side, George. Cans the 12-footer. George has got 6.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Clippers leading by 3. Paul dishes to Green. Back to Paul. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Good. 23 points for Freak.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And George, here we go. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And the shot is good from Dennis.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
George with the ball. 6 points for him. At the top of the key, Turner. Corner shot. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Welch. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Paul outside. Pass to Dennis. He dishes it to Gortat, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. How last month turned out for him. He's getting around 4 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
No good with the triple. Pacers trail by 6. Passes it to Brady. Right at the free throw line. It's rebounded by Dennis. Lights Out's got 5 rebounds tonight. Paul against Johnson. To the middle. It's deflected. Paul George with the steal. To the left wing. Here's Welch. The shot's good on the assist by George. Now it's just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Milwaukee. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, the Pacers. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season, and that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, which is exactly where they are right now. It's not too late for them to make that kind of emphatic late push that turns a season from average to excellent, though.
Here's Redick. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Paul. Tries again. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on it.
The feed now to Williams. There's a screen by Williams. Shot clock at 6. Bazemore passes to Cantor. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Cantor's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And Greg, I've got to admit to you, I mean, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. They've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
The Clippers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season. Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for lights out. He has 29 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Here's the screen. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Welch. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Shooting for Indiana. Welch. At the line for 2.
No good on that one.
With all the chances he's been getting, it's got to be frustrating that his struggles continue at the line.
Good on the second free throw.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Now the pass to Dennis, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see them double up here.
I agree with you, Clark. They have not been successful with their single coverage.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here, aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's Cantor, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Dennis, and it's off from three-point range. Bazemore passes to Welch. Here's Caspi. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for the Clippers. We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Dennis. And the layup's good off the glass. Lights Out's got 34 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Feeds to Baseman. Here is Caspi, guarded by Dennis. Here's Cantor. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Lights Out's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Misses from close range. Harkless with the steal. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. From 11 feet away, and it's Cantor again missing. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sessions passes to Dennis. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Caspi. Great D that time from Dennis. Now here's Mayo. He's guarded closely. Dennis passes to Gortat for the 3. And there's O.J. Mayo on the assist from Gortat. And that's now 6 points for O.J. Mayo. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points.
O.J.
The Clippers on top. They finish off the third quarter with a big 11-3 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Pacers trail by 8. We've got Johnson. He's out there with Kent Bazemore. Turner is out there with Paul George. And it's Brady in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Bazemore. And there's the 3-second violation. Clippers leading by 8. Al Paul. Pass to Dennis. Back to Paul. Green with a screen on Johnson. Paul outside. Just 5 to shoot. And Green gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Good. And that's now 11 points for Paul George.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Here's Lights Out.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook.
Pocket pass.
Absolutely
Pocket
insane
pass.
with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Green. He has 11 points now and 3 assists as well. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
Clark, it's a rarity when you've got a guy that can just do it as well as he does on both ends.
Here's Harkless. Off target at the rim.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Johnson, wide open. He fires. Nice open look, but it's no good. Paul with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. No coverage that time. 37 points for Freak.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Clippers leading by 11. Paul outside, passes it to Dennis. Green left side. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
That free throw good from Dennis. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. He's all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. Lights out's got 42 in the game.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
The dish to George. They set the pick. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Kicks to Harkless. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. No good from Dennis. Pacers trail by 14. George with no one around. And the Pacers another three.
And you like to see since the half now. He's finally starting to come around.
Dennis passes to Green, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Green's got 7 points for the quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
To the inside, again, Los Angeles.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Now here's Johnson. Down low, here's George. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Down low, poked away. Here's lights out, defended by George. Green with a screen on George. Outside, Green. Here's Harkless. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off.
Lights out, checked in for the Clippers. Pacers trail by 19. Deflects the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
On the wing, Johnson. Outside, George. Kept alive by Indiana. Here's Cantor. Nice D from Dennis.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
There's the triple. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 3rd rebound on the night. The teardrop falls in. He's got 23.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh no, oh yeah shots.
Now the pass to Dennis. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. George has got the ball.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
No good from Dennis. Pacers trail by 15. We've got 1:28 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Brady, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Jeff Green picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Shooting for Indiana. Brady. 2 shots.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is what they need to do in the second half to come out with a win. It's not the only thing, but when you convert free throws at the other end, you put a lot of pressure on the opponent to play solid defense against you.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Clippers.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. It worked for them consistently.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. And it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Lights Out. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team. Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Now, here's Cantor. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Brady passes to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cantor. No good off the back of the rim. And here is Paul. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, with a game like tonight, you were all over the place. A triple-double in the box score. Would you consider this one of your better games of the season thus far?
Gorilla triple-double? Y'all didn't even know that. I guess I would have to say it was one of the better ones I played in. Really, I'm just happy with how the team competed and that we got the win. Personal stats are secondary to this, always.
Congratulations, Kevin. You're going to deliver it. Take some chops.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game.